Hey there, I'm Casey. Welcome to my garden in Tampa Zone 10A. Today is September 16th, 2025, and our garden is loaded in starfruit, sapodillas, avocado, peanut butter fruit, and so much more. In this video, I'm going to show you a little tour around the garden and how we're growing over 100 different fruit trees in our small Tampa lot of 0.17 acre. Check it out. So right outside the front of our house is where the food forest starts. There's some stuff outside like Beautyberry and neem and other stuff, but we're just gonna go inside. So we start up here, Chinese perfume. And then this is a tropical apricot. And we have our orange sherbet mango. And we've got our living fence of sugarcane. Here we have Ooh La La avocado. We're growing 5 different avocados, and they all have different seasons, so we should have avocados about 10 months out of the year. And then we've got moringa. Moringa is a very valuable nutritional tree to have in the garden. It's protecting a young jaboticaba. And all along, this is giving us a privacy fence from the street. We have an edible perennial katuk. We've got mulberry, we're air layering and grafting, chai, and there's peanut butter fruit. Then in the center of our front yard we have Florgon, which is a really delicious mango. And let's just back up a little bit because we had Pickering mango here around this holy Thai basil, and we removed it earlier this year and we planted a Sessi Love. Over here, this is a scorpion pepper. It's like the 3rd hottest pepper. Not even sure why it's in the garden. And there's my favorite pepper. On the front trellis, we have grapes, but the grapes never do anything. We have Christmas loquat. It's not flowering yet. And then we have canna planted pretty much everywhere just to give pops of color. Lemongrass is planted throughout also. Under the shade cloth and on the south side of the house we have soursop. And then more canna. And next to the soursop is our first peanut butter fruit. And this tree will give you a little fruit that tastes exactly like a natural peanut butter. It's really good. And then we have, this is Catembia. And then in that pot is Gruana. So we have Gruana growing on this little trellis we made. And next to that is Butterscotch Sapodilla. And she is really happy this year. It's her first time she's really showing off. Let me know what your experience is with butterscotch. Some people are saying that this is probably another mislabeled tree just because it's so prolific. Here we have one of our jackfruits. This is my one, and I've been throwing orchids all under it. And at the base of it we have Amistad salvia. So our garden started 10 years ago as a botanical garden, so there's a whole bunch of rare tropical pretty plants in here. And now we converted it to a food forest about 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. This is Venus mango, ginormous mangoes. And on this island we have a Barbados cherry, and then that is a Thai gold papaya. And then you'll see when we walk around there's a Grumichama and a cherry lata, the painter's variety. In the front yard up here against the street there were about 5 or 6 different types of blackberries, and they've just now started to regrow. So we've got blackberries coming all up here, volunteer black beans. Pepper loves whenever they're green beans. She loves green beans. These are dwarf Cavendish and Grand Nain bananas. So you can see there's some bananas. And then there's another rack back there somewhere. Bananas need a lot of water. Yeah, it's hidden under there pretty good. So we've removed some of them. These aren't doing that good just because it's so absolutely dry. Next to it in the corner, this is a black sapodi. This is the Reineke variety. It flowered this year, but no fruit. Along this fence between us and the neighbors, this is skyvine. It's a beautiful, like a moon flower. It lights up in the moonlight. Very, very vigorous, but very pretty. So in this other area, this is a lemon meringue mango, and they're getting really big. And under the shade of the lemon meringue, this is a miracle fruit, and she's loaded in flowers coming. It seems now that the miracle fruit is older, it's always flowering and fruiting year round. In this little aisle, we have a variegated bloodleaf. Super pretty. And there's the Groomy Chama. This mango is Honey Kiss, and it was loaded last year. We think we're going to remove even more of those bottom branches. This is a Governor's Plum. And there's some blueberries on the floor. This is a Vietnamese red pomegranate, and there are 3 pomegranates on it. Here's Violet de Bordeaux fig. Let's see the pomegranates. So they're coming. There's a few of them. We aren't sure exactly when to pick them, so we've been picking them at different stages. And they're finally starting to get really heavy, and the stem is starting to die back. So soon we'll have pomegranate. And here's the Violet de Bordeaux fig. This is the best tasting fig, if you like figs. This is a blueberry, and this is cassia or senna alata. We also have lots of blue porterweed planted around. You can make a tea out of this. You can eat the flowers. They taste like mushrooms. This is the painter's cherry alata. We have a firebush, and behind that is a Suriname cherry, and above them is a whole stand of Namwa bananas. And we have a new Namwa coming right in the middle of the jackfruit, so that's nice. So this is our front yard. Has really cool paths. Yeah. Okay. So here's another look at the Namwa. How massive that flower is. And some orchids are blooming. This one blooms every year this time. Now into the backyard, we start with another jaboticaba. Where pepper's at, this is cotton. So it's fun to grow cotton. I'm gonna take all of our cotton from last year, and we've been making toys for Pepper. She likes it. This is a coral porterweed. This will get really big. And it's right underneath of our China jackfruit. The jackfruits are about 12 feet now, but that's how tall they're going to be maintained. Also on this island, this is fruit punch. We think we're going to add a different variety to this next season. And beneath it are grocery store pineapples, which are delicious. This is a different variety of the firebush, and it's huge, and it brings in like all the pollinators as well as the hummingbirds. And next to it we have sapphire shower. It's also called golden dewdrop. And then we've got orchids underneath that. That is noni, super medicinal plant, and it has fruit on it. Sweet almond is my favorite. It's a smelly plant. This is coconut cream mango. It's been in the ground. All these plants have been in the ground about 3 years. We had a lot of harvest off of this last year and this year. Back there is a lion's mane hibiscus. This is guava, the tropic pink guava. More firebush for the hummingbirds. This mulberry has 3 different varieties grafted on it. Skinner, Shangri-La, and Chiang Mai 60. So you can see the different leaves. There were some Skinner fruit on it, but I think they fell off. Here's another mango. This is M4. And right now it's being shaded by plumeria. This plumeria smells like tanning lotion. It smells so good. But it's very big, and then once it's done flowering, I'm just going to cut it back down there. And it'll regrow fine. We made this pond out of just concrete mortar. Pretty cool. And we have Brazilian candles. And Pepper loves to eat the lemongrass. So yeah, this is our backyard. Here we have another island. This is like an L. This is Silas Wood sapodilla. See, there's fruit all in him. Silas Wood is a really good variety. Before we do that island, let's look back here. This is a cha-cha. A few people asked if we had a cha-cha. We do. It was just underneath this powder puff tree. It was huge, and we've been pruning it. It's bringing in whiteflies and sooty mold, but it's providing shade to the orchids. But it got pruned. Under there's like fire spike. And this is a purple porterweed. It's different than the blue one. Back to this island. This is Cecropia, or the gummy worm fruit. This is the real one. This is Chinese perfume, one of my favorite smelling plants in the garden. And it's huge now. It's about 10 feet tall. We've got golden torch, heliconia. Underneath here are our teeny tiny kaimitos, or star apples. Very slow growing. Got canna. I'm sorry, that's a heliconia, not a canna. This is a monkey jack. There's another canna under there. Everyone should definitely have a hot tub in the back of their food forests. And then back here we also have another mulberry. This is World's Best. And then we have passion fruit, and that is orange essence, as well as pina colada on that mango tree in the corner. Now if we continue down this path where the heliconia are, this is a huge Campbell white sapodi. We have Campbell in another area of the garden, so we're going to top work this to a different variety. We're looking to get Zane's new one. So Zane, make sure you save us some budwood whenever you get it. This is Oliver loquat, and Oliver is flowering. Loquat are really good. Then this is a choquette avocado, and that's pretty much it for that island. Now if we come over to this little island, I have clematis growing everywhere, super vigorous vine. And then the starfruit. This is supposed to be Fwang Tung, pretty certain it's not. And then I asked people online, and yeah, we're definitely sure it's not Fwang Tung, but it could be the Sri Kampan or something. It's definitely really orange. It's gonna be really good. We had one unripened, but it was really good. And in this pot we have white chocolate jasmine. It smells like chocolate. It's seeding now though. And back behind it we have our coffee. And it's absolutely loaded this year. Last year it was loaded as well. It's about 8 years now in the ground. Took a long time to start. They definitely love lots of food and lots of water. We have an ice cream bean. This ice cream bean was planted to protect a cacao that was under there. that has died. We've got pea vine on the ground. There's dragon fruit on this trellis in here. And this is another plumeria. This is a, oh there you go, a pink one. And then there's tropical lilac. So yeah, the garden is definitely a garden first. And then a food forest. Back here, this is ackee. And then there's cacao. I was so upset because it was flowering and I was so excited that it was flowering, and I looked into it and that you need 2 of them. They're self-sterile. So I need to get budwood to graft to that. And what's protecting that, because cacao hate the sun, is that we have 2 Hawaiian solo papayas above it. There were 3, one died. So they're giving it some shade. Here we have pineapple pleasure mango, a really big one. Some edible canna. Oh, one more thing. Underneath the starfruit is a chenille. Let's walk down this path. There's a lime berry on the ground. And this is a pagoda flower. I got a white one too. I just added it. It's very rare. This is the peanutbutter fruit. I'm gonna turn around. They're old, but you can see we've been harvesting them. There's some fresh ones up there. But yeah, those taste like peanut butter. There's a volunteer papaya. This is another sapodilla. This is the maycock. There's some fruit on it. And there's another one down there. And there's a starburst clerodendron. Then we have falsa or sherbet berry. This will give you berries that taste like sherbet. It's reflowering. And we have Tahitian hat. One of my favorite flowers. And I saw white candles was flowering. Oh, there they are. And then also under here we have our lobster claw heliconia. And they're hidden under this Rani avocado. And next to Rani is another volunteer papaya, which is shading our Aru canistel. And then we have a Chief Kubo sea salad tree. So this is our backyard. This is another side yard. We had all raised beds in here, but they don't really do much. Here is another kaimito. It's flowering, but I know it's not holding any fruit because they have to be cross-pollinated. So the other ones are too small. We've got Tice mulberry, Barbados cherry. There's a Barbie pink guava. I forget, that's like a Ruby Supreme 629, I think. All of this is shampoo ginger, but we have like no cones from this year, which is upsetting. This is a rosy gold mango. That's a Potomba. Here we have a Triumph persimmon, newly added. A golden nugget jackfruit. This is Molish sapodilla. We've got more sapodillas. We've got butterfly pea vine, which is swamping our custard apple. And this custard apple tastes like raspberry yogurt. So good. In the raised beds we had strawberries, but they all just died. So we're probably gonna put zinnia and salad for the fall. We have a nursery, food forest finds, and we propagate all of our stuff from our garden. So if you're new to food forestry, you live in Tampa, want to come see our nursery, it's in Tampa by the state fairgrounds. All the things are reasonably priced because we propagate from our own garden. So I've got Okinawan spinach. This is another white sapote, the Campbell variety. Got basil as a ground cover. In this bed it's all turmeric. And we have my jade vine, which keeps dying and thriving. This is an Atamoya, the Geffner pineapple bed. This was Namdak Mai, but we top worked it to Phoenix and Sunrise. Along the whole fence we have perennial cucumber or Tindora. This is Canistel, the Trumpo variety. This is Lula avocado. A bunch of them in there. This was our green sugar apple, and it was loaded in sugar apples. We just finished harvesting them, and it's gonna reflower for a fall crop for us. Yeah, like I said, the beds are pretty much just for my pleasure now. So there's zinnias, there's a roselle, got a pineapple patch. This is a Simmons avocado, and up the Simmons avocado we have this Florida native passion vine, but it's not edible. That's an ice cream mango. There's a mamey. There's a double grafted redlands and young hands white sapodillas. And then we have our Thai giant jujube. There's some jujubes on it, but it's like really big right now. And then we made our own rain barrels. So if you want to see how we made our own rain barrels, you can see that video. This is one of my soon-to-be favorites, the monkey's brush. And there's one more tree. This is the Alano sapodilla. So we have more sapodillas. We've got an elephant foot yam, really cool foliage. And then up here, this is the hybrid granadilla, the Decansia, and it had a huge fruit on it. So there you have it. That's what our garden looks like mid-September 2025. Hope that you feel inspired to grow your own food. It's very easy, especially when you're growing what grows here. This stuff just thrives and takes off, and it feeds you, so it's nice. Again, thank you for watching the video. Hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.